what we learned about you and the way you go about the game of baseball represents everything we want the Minnesota Twins to be. So we're thankful you're here, we're excited you're here, and we're looking forward to a lot of great years ahead for you with this organization.
Go 100% and try to be the best player, best teammate I can be. I just love the game. I just feel like I'm a very motivated kid in general. I want to be the best at anything and everything that I do.
Walker Jenkins gets signed slightly over slot on the final day, the final first-round pick to sign. Went down to the wire, but they got it done. $7.1442 million. Not sure how they got that number. But moving on to the Twins game today, Matt Wallner hit a home run in the first inning to put the Twins up 4-0. They also led 6-2 at one point in this one. But they lose. All these great comebacks the Twins have been having, came back upon this evening. The Mariners score 7 runs in the final 2 innings. See a big home run given up by Emilio Pagan there. But his buddy, bullpen mate Giovanni Moran, did not do him any favors. Moran started the 8th inning walk double, putting a tough situation that Pagan was brought into. But, doesn't really matter who was out there. A loss is a loss. This was a tough one as well. Again, Pablo Lopez pitched really well. The Twins in a great spot to win this one, but the bullpen falters. The lineup also just did nothing to add on. 18 strikeouts from the lineup tonight. One off from a franchise record. Tip of the cap, though, to Willie Castro. Castro Chaos with a triple and 2 stolen bases in this one. But rough loss. We got lots to cover in the minor leagues, so we'll move over there. Jorge Polanco played third base. Not sure how many guys with his major league resume would be, learning not a brand new position, but adjusting to a position he has very little experience with. And that showed in the first inning there. Not sure if that ball hit off like the kind of the fringe where the grass meets the dirt, or if just, Jorge is just not used to the spin of the ball. Maybe it's probably more likely. But he's played 9 career games at third base in the majors, all of them in 2016. Here, Austin Martin is not able to make this play and kind of had a little bit of a hitch in his step there. They went and checked on him. He stayed in the game at this point, but he did later exit this one. Tough. He's missed a lot of time this year. This was only his 24th game of the season. Gilberto Celestino also lost quite a bit of time earlier this year with the thumb injury, but he's been playing with St. Paul, finally getting a chance to play in the minors for an extended period. This was a bomb. He had his 3rd home run with the Saints. He has a 753 OPS during his time with St. Paul so far this season. Gilberto Celestino, there's the swing there. Punished that one. Man, really, that was really inside. Quick bat from Gilberto Celestino. Moving on, Caleb Thielbar pitched in this one. Great to see him back out there on rehab assignment. Looked pretty good. He topped out at 93.9, only averaged 91.8. But that's kind of consistent with what we've seen when he's on rehab assignment. His first outing or two, there's that beautiful curveball that he has. But first outing or two we've seen him on rehabs, usually his velo's a little bit down and then picks back up again. Did walk a batter, you see there. And then, has a comebacker. This is always kind of interesting on a guy who hasn't played in real games for a while, how they're going to react to that. He ends up making the play. So Caleb Thielbar, hopefully that's a good sign that he won't be gone for too much longer and maybe can help out that Twins bullpen. Yunior Severino, this was a lopsided loss for the Wind Surge, but on a positive note, here we see Severino hitting right-handed. He's a switch hitter, so you don't get to see him hit from that side as often. Hitting his 19th home run of the season. I believe that puts him 4th in Double-A in home runs on the year. But again, unfortunately, Wichita, tough game. Here's Cory Lewis for Cedar Rapids. He had a nice outing. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He now has a 2.14 ERA and 7 starts with Cedar Rapids. And Kalai Rosario made a nice play. I've been critical of his defense, so I always want to make sure when he goes out there and makes a good play to share that. That was a good one. Nice to see him tracking that ball well. And then a huge insurance run here for Cedar Rapids in the top of the 8th inning. A controversial home run. That was ruled a home run. There is some ambiguity, I would say, over what is a home run at this stadium because they don't have a clear yellow line, I don't think, anywhere. So there is some debate over whether that was a home run or not, but it looks pretty clear like that hit somewhere high and came straight down pretty much. But Wisconsin's manager did not think whatever explanation the umpiring crew gave him was sufficient. Somehow he didn't get tossed here. I don't believe. Maybe he did. Actually, maybe he did earlier. I'm not sure. But you don't see too many arguments in the minor leagues. That's a good one. And then in the 9th inning, Andrew Cossetti, I just love this guy. He's really been an enjoyable player to watch, really having fun watching him with the Colonel since he got called up from Fort Myers. He hits a home run. His 11th homer of the season, his 5th with Cedar Rapids. And he just says, I'll make it clear for you. I'll just hit it over everything. Ain't no debate about that. Andrew Cossetti, he now has a 944 OPS during his time with Cedar Rapids. Here is a look at the notable hitting performances from this evening. Brooks Lee with a multi-hit game. Should call out, though, that both he and Severino committed errors in the field, unfortunately. In the starting pitching rundown, Cory Lewis was the bright spot, a very efficient 5 innings from him. Louis Varland's kind of scuffling for the Saints, which is discouraging. It would have been nice to see him go down there and really kind of force his way back up to the big league somehow, but that's not happening at this time. Here are the results from this evening's and all of the team's records there. Thanks so much for checking this out. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the channel members here, the premium members. We'll talk again soon.